So notice here, we have a problem with our people and the lack of knowledge. We're going to perish because we lack knowledge. I have done this message before, and this question always come up. This isn't one of those strange questions. This is one of those re, re, continually repetitive question. Like, where are the borders? What borders are you talking about? Come out of her is spiritually? Is it spiritually for us to come out of her? And people don't understand. We perish for the lack of knowledge. Now, it's our responsibility to dig in these scriptures. Our responsibility. No one taught me this. I had to dig for the truth. Once we came out of Christianity, I realized we've been deceived, like as deceived can be. So I put my foot down. I said, I will no longer let another man deceive me. I'm going to go into this thing head first for myself. Most people are lazy. You dive in the water and tell me, is it warm or cold? Should I get in? Just tell me what the water feels like. And then we have to tell them what the water feels like. Again, this breakdown, and I'm doing a part 2 here because I want to do something else. Since I'm doing this, I'm gonna locate. We need to locate these areas. Where are these areas? Assyria, Egypt, Petros. I told you this. All these areas around the borders. But I'm going to ask a question. This is the question I should have. I'm going to ask a really good question. This is a question I don't get from anybody. They don't ask this question. Although it's a top of the line, gold mine question, they're not concerned about this. Only thing they're concerned about, the Most High said He going to gather us. You see what He said here? He's going to gather us. It shall come to pass in that day, Yahuah shall set His hand again. Second gathering, not the first one. Now, to recover the remnant of His people who are left. This is after Yahushua came, after Jacob's trouble. The end it's been fulfilled. When out of a city of millions, only 10 left. And a man wished to hear another man's voice and to see his face. This is after that time. This is during that time. The question is, here's the gold mine question I don't ever get. He gonna recover the remnant of His people who are left. All these areas around and near within the borders, why aren't they in the wilderness with the others being protected? Why not? Why? See, people within the borders, you people in Jordan, you people in Hurghada, you people scattered all, you people down in Sinai, not Sinai, in the peninsula, what they call the fake Sinai. They call it Egypt Peninsula. You people down in there. Because no one knows the way, but there is something the Most High told Moshe to do. And that's, we must know this. You know this. You ain't got to worry about the way. Why didn't these people in Assyria and Egypt, Patros, which is Egypt, Cush, why didn't these people all around and near the borders, why didn't they go into the land, into the wilderness? Why not? That's a question I never get. No one ever asked me that question. The end happened. The Yahushua is here. Jacob's trouble has ended. And all these people you're telling us is within the borders. They're supposed to be in the wilderness. There is a reason why. They didn't understand what Yahuah commanded Moshe to write down in the Torah. That's vital to our journey. They ignored it. Even though people proclaimed it, they ignored it. Remember, we perish for the lack of knowledge. So none of them within the book. We got people right now in the borders. They're not going into the wilderness. What? They ignore what Most High told Moshe to write down. Now, let's go over these places. The first one, I have to do it this way so people don't think I'm cheating. You see this, the scripture? In that day, Yahuah will set his hand again the second time and recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left. First one, Assyria. We know Assyria. We know where this is. Where is Assyria? Ashur. The second son of Shem. We're talking about the land of Shem inside the borders. We know this. Next one. Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim, Egypt. We know where Egypt is. And we know what we call Egypt today. Part of Egypt is from the Nile River west. And part of the east belongs to Shem. And we know Mitzrayim, the which the Nile flows. The Greeks call it the Nile. The Most High call it the Mitzrayim Sea, but the Greeks call it the Nile. What's next? Patros, which is Egypt. Region of the south, part of Egypt. These people right here in and near the borders? Yes. Right here and near the borders, but none went into the wilderness. What are they doing? They didn't know what Yahuah told Moshe to write down. They was on another doctrine. Cush. We know the sons of Ham. Even people in Ethiopia. Even the people in Ethiopia, he compared us to the Ethiopian. Come on with us. Come on. Go get them. How close are you to this landmass? We got people want to be a part of Isaiah 11:11. They nowhere near Isaiah 11. Nowhere near this land. This is near the borders. Did you come out? But you don't want to be part of you don't want to be a part of the second gathering. Elam. Where's Elam? Or Elam? It's the Aubrey here. Keep going. Elam, son of Shem, and the descendants. Again, we're within the land of Shem again. What is this? This is the borders. Any son of Shem supposed to be within the borders. This is in and around the borders. Shinar. We may not know Shinar by his name, but we know Babylon. We know this is the country known as Babylon. Babylonia, or the Chaldean. We know this. Right on the other side of the Euphrates. And of course, our people they dwelt on the other side. They were scattered on the other side. Abraham was born on the other side. Ancient Babylon. That's why the Most High told him, you're going to get out of this wicked land and I'm going to take you to another land, away from your father's house. Get out of your father's house and go to a land what I'm going to show you. Get out the land of your captivity. Did the Most High come down and did he come and gather Abraham? This is what we're asking for. We're asking him to do something he's never done to anyone because we super special. We're the new generation. The next one, so you don't think I'm cheating, Hamat. Where's Hamat? Upper Syria? City of Upper Syria. Once again, in and around the borders. Where is this place? on the northern frontier of the Kadash land. You guys are nowhere near this. And you concerned about Isaiah 11 and 11. You won't get caught up outside the lands of our captivity. You in Babylon, you won't get caught up in the first nor the second gathering. Now, the Most High has me on a series of messages that shows us where we at, shows us our urgency and how we need to be the first to come out. We need to be quick to flee out of her. The time for games are over. The time for pulling on the coattails of others are over. It is over. The time for waiting for another man to teach you something is over. Yes, the voices have went out. And this voice of the Most High, his word leading righteous to many, he gonna take righteous people, use the Most High's voice and lead many to righteousness. Leading them somewhere. They won't come with their own word. They're gonna come with the words of the Most High. That's why I tell people when they come to the channel, please explain what you are saying. This is wrong. I use the scripture. If I tell you I'm saying this and then I go into the scripture, I'm lying. That makes me a liar. I tell people I don't have the script. I don't have scripture. I just know it and quote it. And you should know it and quote it. Remember, wisdom kills ignorance. You can say you have wisdom, but to actually have it is another story. And when we open our mouth and we say certain things, people locate us. Oh, he's not wise. He's calling on God. See, that's not wise. He's not wise. Right now, of course, we're in the season of Pesach. He's trying to take part of Pesach in the land of captivity, and the Most High forbid it. He forbid us partaking. He told us how to do it. We have examples in the scriptures how to do it perfectly and right. We can't do this thing outside of his perfection. We can't do it on our own, but we see people doing it on their own. This breakdown and a lot of other breakdowns, when you understand scripture, they're very easy. Very easy to break down. And it's not hard to understand. He said it himself. This is the second gathering. This is the gathering with Yahushua. This is that gathering. This ain't the gathering of the people in the wilderness and they're being protected. See, all these verses that were said in here, Q Scott seemed to ignore every last one of them. And that's not good, my friend. That is not good. I will only protect those found within my land and within my borders. Outside, as mentioned in the video, you are unprotected. Your protection comes within the borders. And when this thing hit the earth, it hits all the earth. That's why we got to get protected in one place. And even the people within the borders will not be ushered into the wilderness. They just delivered themselves from the lands of Babylon and the lands of our captivity, only to get destroyed possibly over here within the borders. And as mentioned, only a few will be left. And they will be fragile and frail. I have to tell people over and over, you don't want to be a part of Isaiah 11:11. Get ready to go without food and water for years, decades. Can you do that? No, you're used to going to the store and buying food. Plus, how can you get food, grow food? People say, I'm going to grow my food. How you going to grow food? Whatever you got, somebody going to come with a weapon in their hand and take it from you. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a lot of fighting going on. Shalom will be taken from the earth. And fighting will be going on. This is the breakdown of Isaiah 11 and 12. People take heed to the word that the Most High is saying. Yahuah is one channel, ain't saying nothing. I'm just proclaiming the scriptures that's already been written. Shalom.